Imagine you go to jail and then they just like give you 2 days off of jail. Like, bro, I'm trying to leave jail. And instead of you guys trying to leave jail and trying to make a hole for your prison break, you know when people trying to break prison, they just go through the fucking sewage. Instead of you going through breaking holes through the sewage for those 2 days that the cops are not there, you're fucking having fun in the jail cell. Hey, 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 hey. And then when the cops come back on Monday and you have to go to work, you fucking hate jail now. And you're like, damn, I should have fucking did something on Saturday and Sunday when the cops are not here and I could build a fucking way out. You need to build a fucking way out. And the thing is that you need to be the next one out, and no one's gonna do it for you. That's the thing. Like, and you're not gonna understand that until something bad happens to you, or you're sick and tired of being 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 in the position that you're in. The first thing you need to understand is that you're not free. You're not free. You're not free. You're in a trap. You're in a trap. What they do is they tell you, you can't do this, you can't do that. And they don't tell you directly, maybe. But the thing is that you live in a neighborhood that follows by society rules. And what that does is it puts you in this invisible trap, right? This is you. It puts you in an invisible trap where everybody just says, oh, that person can't do it, so maybe I can't. You know? So then after that, you become so closed-minded that you say, you know what? There's no way I'm going to get out of this box that millions of people have failed. So what makes me special enough that I can do it? The thing is that, little do you know, these other people that you think can't do it, can do it. But they have the same perspective as you, where they think that, oh, he probably thinks the same thing I do. So why am I going to think outside of the hut? Why am I going to think outside of the box? So the thing is that these other million people didn't even try. They said, you know what? I'm just going to go into the guaranteed 9 to 5 that I hate. I got to wake up at 9 a.m. Oh, actually earlier than that, 7 a.m. for most people. 8 a.m. if you're a little closer. But you have to wake up before 9 a.m., get there, and then sacrifice 8 hours of your whole day. Like, you're sacrificing 8 hours of your whole day for a wage. And nobody really understands this, but those 8 hours that you sacrifice never get refunded fully. They never get refunded fully. They never get refunded fully. You know how they get refunded to you? Okay, you give me 8 hours as the boss. I say, okay, you give me 8 hours of your day. I'll give you a percentage of what you made me. Not even the full pot. You made me $600 today? Okay, you're getting 90. Yeah, your 8 hours are sacrificed that you can never get ever again. There's nothing you can do. Not a single human that can get their time back, no matter what. Right? This is not Back to the Future, buddy. So what you have to understand is that, delete this. I have some cherries. Sit back. This will be a short video, but sit back. Cherries are cheat codes. It has a lot of antioxidants. It tastes good. It has a lot of hyper-inflammatory, deflammatory, I mean. So if you have acne, if you have anything with your gut health, eat a whole bunch of cherries. And they're like, what? 6 calories each? So it's like, if you have a sweet tooth, just eat some cherries. But that's nothing to do with this video. I just gave you some sauce right there. Go get some cherries. But who's calling me? I literally have this to show you guys what I mean by this. Okay, so I'm literally Harriet Tubman in this motherfucker, trying to show you what you need to do. You need to find something. So you will always have time. As long as you're alive, you have this tea. You always have time. And you need to understand, time is what everybody wants from you. TikTok, it's free. No, you're giving your time for it. You're paying them with your time, right? TikTok, social medias, it's free. No, you're giving them your time. Your job, you're giving them your time for most part and some experience, but it's usually your time, right? What else? Everything you can think of that involves you getting involved with it, you're giving them your time. You're giving them the currency of time. You need to see your time as currency. These rich people, they see their time as currency. They'd rather give up an absurd amount of money over any amount of time. You know why? Because they know this is fucking sacred. This is not, I can't gain any more of this. Everybody in this world that lives in America, that lives in any like uncapped society, you can get millions and millions of dollars. You could. It's going to be hard, but you can get $1 billion in a day. It's possible, right? There's people who've gotten $million days, but there's nobody in this world that's gotten over 24 hours in a day, because 24 hours is equal to a day. Understand? 24 hours is a day. For me, for Bill Gates, we all have the same hours in a day. Bill Gates does not get more hours than me in a day because he's richer than me. Nope, that doesn't happen. He gets the same amount of hours I do, and vice versa for every single human that lives on Earth, right? But guess what? Bill Gates definitely gets way more money than us right now because he's built his wealth. He's built his funnels. So what does that mean? Okay, so if I have a whole bunch of this currency, which is money, right? If I have a whole bunch of money, but a set amount of time, I can't, like most people only live about 90, 100 years. Right now, if you're lucky, if there's, because a whole bunch of people are trying to kill you for no reason, especially if you're status. But everybody understands, okay, I'm not passing 105 years. Like there's nobody that's ever lived past 150 years, right? But there's people that's been billionaires and just keep setting new records, right? There's been Masa Musa. He's a multi-billionaire back in the days. There's a whole bunch of billionaires I can name right now. Elon Musk, etc. Right? So there is no cap on getting your money, right? It's just the cap is how hard you wanna find a new funnel and build more value. So what people do is people say money does not buy happiness. Correct. Money cannot buy any emotional, like money can't buy emotions. You have that, emotions are in you. Now money can buy stuff that grant you that emotion for a short amount of time, right? Like even Lamborghinis, you might be 1 to 2 years like, damn, this is fire. Maybe even 5 years you might say this is fire, but after a while you're like, you know what? I want a new Lamborghini. But guess what? Guess what money buys? Your time back. Right? Your money buys your time back. That's why it's so expensive to have a kid, because you're buying their time. They're not paying any bills, so you're buying their time. Right? That's why it's so expensive, because you're buying their food, their time, anything that they need, any necessities, you're buying it for them if you're a good parent. Right? Now, what you need to understand is like, okay, I need to make enough money where I can buy my parents' time back, because they don't have as much time as I do. So that's why people say, okay, I'm gonna retire my parents, because you're saying I'm buy their time off. I'm trying to free them. I'm trying to give them the ticket to success. I'm trying to free them from the slave mentality. So how do you do this? How do you do this? What do you have to do? What do you have to do? It's easier than you think. I promise you. Fuck around and make a fucking cherry tree outside with the seeds. But you can get an infinite amount of money, but you can't get an infinite amount of time. So what you have to do is understand that you want to free up your time by buying it back. Because when you're born, they say, you know what, your time is ours. They take your time. Your time is not yours. You don't have any time for yourself. Right? Every single second, you're trying to find a way to progress. And if you're not progressing, you're numbing yourself. There's only two ways. You're numbing yourself watching Netflix, Hulu, TikTok, etc., smoking, eating food. That's one of my cope mechanisms, right? I would eat a whole bunch. I would binge eat food. That's why I was fat as fuck. I'll have a video on that too, but that's not what this video is about. But I'm saying, like, I'm just as regular as you guys, but my mentality is not regular, because not only was I in that addicted cycle where no one, not a single person would check me on it, right? No one would check. That's usually how drug addicts are. Any addict of any sort. The thing is that people only take drug as the only addicts that's serious. No, there's a whole bunch of other serious. Like, the number one killer is bad food, right? So I would say even binge eating is worse than cocaine, because how hard is it to find cocaine? But how hard is it to find a McDonald's? You know, like, it's way hard. It's way easier to find a McDonald's, and on top of that, no one's look. Like, you can't do coke in public, but you can eat 5 burgers and people might look to you, but they won't say, okay, what the fuck? That's a drug addict. They probably say, oh, that's a fat ass. But when you see a cokehead, people might even call the cops on you, but no one's gonna call the cops on you because you're eating 5 burgers. So binge eating, all these addicts, you have to understand, you don't own your mind. You don't own your mind. So you have to go. That's another video right there. How to escape addiction. I have a thread, but back to what I was saying, because I'm going all over the place. You must buy your time back with money, and on top of that, you must buy your family's time back with money. And by family, I mean your immediate circle. Your mom. Your mom doesn't have as much time as you do. She's dying sooner than you will, hopefully, because the worst thing is for your mom to have to go to your funeral. But guess what? You hope that she never goes to your funeral. When you die, you hope that your mom is not at your funeral, because that's the worst shit. Going to your fucking son's funeral? What the fuck? That is sickening. So try to stay alive. But yeah, so you must buy her time back, because she does not have your dad's time back, because they don't have as much time as you do, man. They don't have as much time. And the thing is that you numb yourself and forget about this, and then you cry at 4 a.m. because that's where all your fucking confidence come. I gotta do this. I gotta clutch up. I gotta lock in. But guess what, buddy? You're not locking in. So you need to find something that you're good at. Find something that you're good at. Now, this is the hard part for a lot of people, because not because they're not good at something, but it's because they don't recognize they're that good at something. They just think I'm okay. I'm average. Oh, I'm decent. But find something that you're good at and just lean the fuck in. This is one of my problems, and I stopped doing it. But let me just lead this. Y'all would find 5 avenues that make millionaires, that have proven ways to make millions. You find a whole bunch of avenues. And the thing is that you would go in this one, then you go in this one for a month, then you go in this one for a month, then you go back to this one, then you go back to this one. And the thing is that you really don't make any progress, and then your confidence is determined on the progress that you made off of these people in a month. But the thing is, like, even the millionaires in these categories, in these niches, in drop shipping, in YouTube, and reselling, and real estate, and etc., these people did, if you listen to these people's stories, they did horrible. They landed straight on their face the first year. For a lot of these, of course, there's some prodigies that just went off running, but that's for everything, right? And don't expect yourself to be a prodigy, because that's how you fucking land straight on your face, and then you never get the fuck up. You fall 9 and you get up 10. So you need to go into one of these that find your interest. Like, you just naturally like it. I could probably do this for a month, etc., and I won't care if I don't make money off of it. Not saying you don't care, but I'm saying, like, it's like you have to almost forget that you're doing it for money, or you're doing it because you want a result from it. You need to detach. This is what you need to do. You need to detach yourself from the results. You're never gonna gain any muscle. You're never gonna get your physique body if you don't detach from the results. And that's not saying like you just start loosely doing workouts and shit, but you're not so focused on the result where if it's not like you just like every single day you're like grabbing your fucking belly fat, you're like looking at your muscles like, oh my gosh, it didn't grow today, bro. It doesn't grow like that. You don't lose your belly fat that fast. Like, you have to detach yourself from any results, but keep the results in mind. Saying, okay, I know why your results are the reason why you're doing it, right? Abs, maybe you want to get abs. That's the reason you're doing it, but don't be the person that gets discouraged and like, oh my gosh, I don't see any progress in my abs, so I'm gonna stop. That's how you lose on anything. So you need to detach yourself from the results, but keep the results in mind. And then next thing you know, you just forget about like, oh my gosh, I was going for the results, but I'm focused on just the journey, on making the journey perfect. And when you focus on your input, the results mirror it. Oh my gosh, it's perfectly said. Bomb fucking dropped. Listen, if you want a part 2 to this video, I'm gonna need you to say part 2 down below. It's gonna be a way shorter video probably, but I'm just telling you guys that you need to buy your time back. Right now, your time is being taken from the government or whatever that you are taking your time, and it's you don't like being there. And if you don't like being there, it's because you're not meant for that job. You're just there for to meet ends, right? To meet ends meet, and you must just be focused on this. And if you're going outside and enjoying life while you're being, is that saying, imagine you go to jail and then they just like give you 2 days off of jail. Like, bro, I'm trying to leave jail, and instead of you guys trying to leave jail and trying to make a hole for your prison break, you know when people trying to break prison, they just go through the fucking sewage. Instead of you going through breaking holes through the sewage for those 2 days that the cops are not there, you're fucking having fun in the jail cell. Hey. And then when the cops come back on Monday and you have to go to work, you fucking hate jail now. And you're like, damn, I should have fucking did something on Saturday and Sunday when the cops are not here and I can build a fucking way out. You need to build a fucking way out. And the thing is that you need to be the next one out, and no one's gonna do it for you. That's the thing. Like, and you're not gonna understand that until something bad happens to you, or you're sick and tired of being 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 in the position that you're in. Until then, you're not gonna change any circumstance. If you're just comfortable and you kind of don't like your belly fat, you're gonna say the same, because there's not enough why inside there. You have to drive enough why, enough reason, enough time. You need to say, I'm fucking done being fat. I'm done being this broke person. I'm done being insufficient. I'm done being useless. And I need to buy my time back, and most importantly, my fucking parents' time back, because their time is running while I'm alive. As soon as you're fucking born, you're dying. As soon as you're fucking breathing in this world, you start dying. That's the day you're dying. You're dying every day. Get your fucking time back. I want you guys to stay undeniable, unrecognizable, and unfucking phased. Ironclad on your dreams. With that being said, guys, it's RTP. Peace. Love y'all.